Hello everyone, thank you for being here with me today. My name is Sato and today I am doing my first book tag video. This is Reading Habits book tag, and I was recently tagged by Melody from Strawberry Lemon Books. She's the sweetest person ever. I've never met her in real life, but she seems really cute and so sweet, and she has kindly tagged me in this tag today. So there are 11 questions, so I am excited to get started. Alright, so the first question is, do you have a certain place at home for reading? Well, recently I moved to this apartment, so I'm still trying to get used to this environment, but I do tend to just stay around this area, like my study area. So this is my table. I have my computer and my art things, and I have a bookshelf over here. So yeah, I just kind of stay in this area and I read in this chair, or I would read in my bed before bedtime, so one or the other. All right, question number 2, bookmark or random piece of paper? Random, but it's not always a piece of paper. Let's see, so I don't have an actual bookmark. I used to have them. Come to think of it, I don't know where they went. I don't know, I've moved around so much in the past like 2 years or so, so like I just don't know where everything is. So I just kind of use like random post-its or receipts. If it's a library book in Japan, they usually print out like a paper that says like when the book is due, so I would use that as a bookmark, so I would constantly be reminded of when it's due. So yeah, I guess random pieces of paper. Sometimes I would put my phone, like if I need to, like if I just want to stop for a brief second, I would just put my phone in the pages. Yeah. Number 3, can you just stop reading, or do you have to stop after a chapter, a certain amount of pages? I can just stop reading. I mean, it depends on the situation. But the question is, can you stop reading? So yes, I can stop. I've mentioned this before, but I really like reading in trains, like in public transportation. There's just something about, I don't know, it's loud, but it's really comforting sound to me because I grew up with it. So reading in trains, if I have to get off at my stop, I can just stop right away. If I'm at home, I try to read until at least the end of a paragraph, so I know where to start off next time when I pick it up. So yeah, it depends on the situation, but can I? Yes, I can stop reading whenever. All right, question number 4. Do you eat or drink while reading? Yes, I do. Most of the time it's drinking. Like even now I have my smoothie. Yeah, I try to like, I would always have like coffee or like water or something, so like I can read for a long time. Like I don't have to keep getting up and making stuff for myself. So I would try to have stuff ready beside me while I read. Okay. Number 5, multitasking. Music or TV while reading? TV, no. I have no idea how people can read with the TV on. But I do sometimes read with music. On YouTube, there's tons of videos where people have made read with me videos. So I really like reading along to those videos, and they would put like really nice classical music on the background, so I could read with that. It depends on the genre I'm reading as well, because recently I was reading a horror book. If I'm reading a horror book, I don't like to have music in the background because I really want to feel scared, so I don't want like any like nice cafe music in the background, so I would try to read in silence. So yeah, it depends on the genre, but I do read with music sometimes. Number 6, one book at a time or several at once? I used to be strictly one book at a time, but then recently, I don't know why, I just started reading multiple books at the same time. So what I've been doing is I would have different genre of books. So I would have like historical fiction, romance, horror, YA, non-fiction, so like something that I could educate myself on, and then the others are kind of like depending on my mood. So like when I was reading a horror book, for example, again recently, I had Felix Ever After, which is a YA book on the side, so if I got too scared or I wasn't in the mood, then I would just read YA. So yes, I read several at once. Number 7, reading at home or everywhere. Everywhere. I can read everywhere. Like I take my book in my bag, like wherever I go, like even to my work. I know like most of the time I can't read at work anyways, but I try to read anywhere I go. If it's like a doctor appointment, I would take my book. In the train, yeah, anywhere. I love it. Number 8, reading out loud or silently in your head. I used to have this thing where I like to read out loud to myself with weird accents, like British accents, or I wouldn't call that a weird accent, but like obviously I can't do a perfect British accent, but I like to read to myself with an accent sometimes. But now I don't know, I'm too tired. Like I just read in my head. It's way faster. The next question is, do you read ahead or even skip pages? So yes, it's related to silently reading in my head. When the author goes on and on about a description, like of, for example, of how a character is feeling. So let's say the author states in the beginning that the character, the protagonist, is feeling scared, for example. And it just keeps going on and on and on and on about what the character's thinking, how he's feeling scared. And I'm like, I know he's scared, I don't need any more description. So I would kind of just skip ahead. So when I'm reading silent in my head, it helps with the skipping ahead thing that I have. I don't really skip pages though, because that's quite a lot of information that I would skip over. But yeah, I tend to skip like paragraphs sometimes, because if it's like a long description, I was like, yeah, I'll just like skim through it really quickly. I'm like, yeah, I know what you're saying. He's scared. Got it. So yeah, that's when I would skip ahead. Number 10, breaking the spine or keeping it like new. So again, my habits have changed over the years. I used to want to keep it like new, and I would read it, let's see. Ooh, I have the book I was talking about. I would like read it like this. But now I am not afraid, especially because I like to, again, read while I drink or eat. Like I would prop it open and I would put my phone here and I would read. And it's like sometimes I get tired. My wrist would hurt, so like I just like to put it on the table and have it lay it open. So yeah, I am not afraid of cracking the spine. Number 11, do you write in your books? Again, habits have changed over the years. I used to be like strictly no, it has to be like brand new. But these days, especially if it is, hold on. If it is a non-fiction book, then I've started the habit of marking my book. So I wouldn't really, I'm still kind of scared of using highlighters. Not scared, I don't know what the word is, but I still use just pencil, so it's erasable at least. So if I'm reading like a non-fiction book, like this is a book I kind of read a little bit, I would like underline the parts that I think is important with a pencil. So yeah, sometimes I would put comments so I could look back on it later. If it's a book, most of the time if it's fiction, I don't really mark it. Just because I don't know if I'll love it or hate it. If I hate it or if I don't care about it, I would sell it. So like in Japan at least, I don't know how it is in North America or anywhere else, if you mark a book, the value of it goes down. So I try not to like mark it or like make it, you know, keep it as clean as possible, just in case I do want to end up selling it. If I know I would love it, like I keep hearing good reviews on it or people I trust on YouTube recommend it to me, then I would start like annotating it and marking it and all that stuff. Anyways, those were my 11 questions reading habits book tag. I hope you enjoyed it. While I was answering these questions, I've noticed new things about myself, so that was really interesting to participate in. I tag any of you who are watching this video and you want to answer these questions, it seems like fun or interesting, please join, and then please leave the video or the link or whatever it is you're doing it in, leave it in the comments below so I could check it out. Again, thank you for joining me here today. I hope you are doing well wherever you are, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!